A beautiful field there with the T-72s bonking that convoy of M113s. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 20 of my Closing the Trap campaign in WARNO, playing on the PACT side. Previously, we had a really fun battle against the Spanish, which finally arrived and engaged us, and we managed to give them a real bloody nose as they were wondering where the French ended up. The French are, of course, already destroyed, so we need to clean up the rest of the Spanish forces now, and probably try and take down this AA that's been sitting on the back line for a little while. So, let's have a look at what we want to do. We have a couple of armoured units up north that we've got to deal with. These are full of AMX-30s, which are going to be pretty nasty to deal with for sure, especially since they do come with a rather large contingent of infantry. So it's not going to be too simple of a battle, although I will be able to overwhelm them since they'll be on their own. It'll be like they'll only have 60 morale, I'll have like 120 or 180 depending on how much I bring into the battle. Now, to deal with these AMX-30s, I am going to need Streltsy, because Streltsy have the RPG-7VL with the 18 penetration, whilst the Motostreltsy only have the RPG-75 with 13 penetration. Whilst it does fire faster, it's really not going to be doing the job against the AMX-30s. So, first things first, we're going to move up my 3rd Battalion of the 11th, and we'll bring up probably just one of these 1st Battalion of the 49th as well. And then what I can do, since this unit is currently flanking north, we will move our troops to go and intercept them. I may want to just bring some tanks with me that can reinforce potentially. So we'll do that as well. And that will meet up with this unit, the 1st Battalion of the 11th, which does have some stealthy as well, and will prevent them from bringing in the extra reinforcements from the top right there. Okay, we've also got this unit that can move up and these units. Artillery is not currently in range. If I move forward slightly, we would be. So let's take that into this engagement. And it says it's going to be a draw. It's actually going to be kind of difficult for me to fight the AMX-30s on this map. Don't have access to my aircraft at the moment because of the AA net. So it is certainly going to be a lot on the shoulders of the artillery. And we're going to have to use a lot of ATGMs to hit those tanks at a distance. It'll be an interesting one. Let's tactical battle, and we'll jump on in. They are backed up by either artillery or aircraft. I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, should be a very interesting fight. Let's just see what I want to do. So we'll definitely just get a Visort to move in here and cap this. Like, contesting Anna and Boris is like the priority on this map so that you don't fall too far behind on conquest points. We are playing on the old version, so the artillery rework isn't affecting us at the moment. Just a heads up on that. I know it's been a little while since the last episode. I think what I'm going to do is we'll bring in a bunch of Streltsy that can move up this tree line and attack this road, because they use this to reinforce quite a lot. So I could move through a bunch of Streltsy there and engage them. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll get all these Streltsy in, and we'll bring a leader with us, and those can just all go and unload in here and move over to the spawn road, and we can just kill them there. Meanwhile, we'll definitely want to get some ATGMs into position, so I'm going to put one up on the ridge. We'll put one down on the ground there, and we'll probably put a couple here as well. If they do have artillery, I'm going to have to be ready for that, so I'm actually just going to make sure those are spread out into 2 different buildings. Recon is going to be important, so let's make sure we get that ahead. And just move the BMP over to the side. I think putting a load of Streltsy with a leader into this tree line is also going to be a good idea, so that's the second thing I'm going to do. The reason we're using loads of Streltsy is, again, so that we can counter the tanks, which will otherwise be a big problem in this game. Right, so we're covering the center with 80 gems. Not a lot of 80 gems though. I don't think there's quite enough there. It may be better of bringing up a couple like Malyutkas, just to kind of help from the town here. We could also bring up like an OT-65, just to give us some extra eyes. Put that back here for the time being. I might do a recon unit over on this right hand side, just so we can keep an eye on that. And then we'll just definitely bring in loads of dunners as soon as we can. Alright, so we're off. And yeah, this is going to be interesting for sure. Let's go ahead and bring up the supply trucks. Actually, I should have already done that. Made sure that they can get to the points here to provide like sort of ammo and reinforcements to those Streltsy. These can just cut across the mountain, so that's not too bad. There is a little bit of a path that goes through there, taking the mountain trail. It's kind of cool watching them go up here. It's not completely obvious that there is a road that goes through here, but as you can see, can use that in a pinch. But getting there may be difficult because it seems like they may have beat us to the punch, although saying that, if that's just sort of recon infantry, we may be fine. We're just going to carry on, and if we get into range, we'll just gun them down. So they've dropped whatever it was, some sort of infantry there. I may have to be careful getting too close. Let me just unload all of these. We'll just start walking over to the spawn there. Okay, it was recon as I suspected. If I can take out that leader, that'd be nice. Just make sure that those unload. Good, and then we push for the next objective. Trying to use the OT-64s to run down this infantry. Shouldn't take too long. It's a lot of machine guns. Oh, now we just run for cover. As the MX-30 comes over the ridge. Right, let's make sure that this is on a follow order, so it's always behind. Same goes over here. Make sure it's on a follow order. There is some infantry moving over to the right hand side, so we will have to pay attention to that. Hopefully my post-community can just ambush it and they don't unload before I kill them. Perfect. Good kill. So we've somewhat secured the center. Not completely secure, they could easily move a leader back in here. We haven't done a ton of damage yet. Make sure these trucks are coming with us. These are going to be vital to resupply those boys. Just going to spread these out a bit so that I can be more lazy with them for the time being. We could probably just put them on fire at will or something. I haven't seen any arty flying towards us, so I think that might be some Spanish aircraft that have arrived. But it could just be air superiority fighters like in the French forces. Okay, how am I moving forwards here? It's gonna be a waste. I'm gonna stop them from firing a world for the time being. Let's just see if we can get the shots on target here with the OT-64s. I feel like we should be able to mow that down pretty fast. Good kill. Okay, we bumped into a bunch of their units back there. Just smashed that area with the Danas. Unfortunately, one of the Stodzy already died. Kinda crazy. Okay, artillery is coming in. Let's go ahead and bring in some for counter battery then. I need some recon up here, just to see what's going on. I'm surprised I can't see anything. It's actually kind of wild. Are they going for this tree line? Maybe. I think as soon as I spotted them there, they kind of spread out.
Na váš rozkaz. Stráž 2 připraven. Na první hodině nepřátelský voják 500 metrů. Kurva, stojíme, takhle nás to rozumím. Měníme pozici, přepínám. Do hajzlu rozbili nám naši slivovici. Soudruhu, chcete také...
The route. That's really rough. Because it's going to force them to back into where they're firing, probably. Anyway, Dunner's firing up and over. I like to see it. More enemies coming in there. Okay, nice. Cannon battery did its job. Slower map than I thought it would be. I thought they would really be coming at me hard with the tanks, if I'm honest.
Máme rozkazy, chlapi. Ani nevíte, jak moc mi chybí moja děvčica, pane. Kurva, čo tu? Dám vám vědět, až se tam dostanu.
Okay, that one's almost dead. Oh wow, it is dead. Okay. Not messing about with their artillery then. Interesting. Put a couple more on counter battery. We did get the kill. Where do they actually come in? I think they come in like further down. Maybe I'll be able to like sneak across the other side there as well. Oh no, they do come in like right on the spawn there. Okay.
Ano, paně.
Good to know. Right, let's move back a little bit.
Čekám na rozkaz. Jděte a rozptýlte se. Jestli přežiju, tak chci zase pojďme a dávejte si pozor na ty skurvence. Buďte opatrní. Nepřátelé jsou na blízku. Šup ven, pánové.
Okay, what am I doing? These guys could be flanking me actually. Let me just bring in some more Streltsy to stick closer to the edge here. And we'll kind of push through like so.
Čekám na rozkaz. Našli nás!
Unfortunately, it seems that those are very dead. Yeah.
Nepřítel z panře.
Or recon not lasting again. We're out of Streltsy, so we're going to have to start using more Streltsy.
Požadujeme palec. Zadejte nám souřadnice, soudruhu. Kam mě chcete poslat? Doktor! Nazvat křičel, nepřijde s mačem. Druhá četa připravená, paní. Kam mě chcete poslat? Rozumím, přepínám. Co potřebujete, paní?
Counter battery going to work again.
Výbušná nabitá, příprava.
And manually counter battery a bit there.
Dobrá, kluci, vstávej na legátek. Na první hodině nepřátelský voják 500 metrů. Máme ji! Přivezte nás tam. Před nás byste vy, jak si přejete. Druhá četa připravená, paně. Dobré, dámy, čas je jíst. Tady ta spanský čert, nepřítel z panře. Připraven k palbě. Dělostřelci, na váš rozkaz.
That's a lot of shots. So we got that one there. I want to move this recon forward so that I can actually see better what's coming on that right side.
Všichni ven, hned. Pojďme na pometiku. Motor jede, čekáme, všichni ven, hned. Bez chlastu bych tohle měl pozor. Máme tu kontakt. Dobrá práce, kluci.
We are killing AMXs pretty quick there, which is nice.
Zbraň připravena. Tady sráč jedna, rozumím.
That one doesn't move, we'll just smash that for sure. We'll take out the other one further to the right. Let's see if I can get my recon forwards again.
Zastavte se a rozhlédněte se. Pozor, máme tu kontakt.
Obviously didn't work out on the left here. I bring up some tanks, so at least they can kind of tank a shot, right?
Rozumím, co?
Oh.
Cíl zničený. Pozor, máme tu kontakt. Potřebujete další
Get back! Running across the open with the recon just is not good. Oh, my V3S got hit by an artillery shell. That's why I think I need the tanks to be able to like probe forwards and then bring the recon with me. Pretty cool watching this artillery go so far, and we did manage to catch their artillery. Very nice.
ano?
We'll bring up a supply for that for recon. And I'll try and party that AMX-30 while we're waiting. I'll bring up some more ammo for those artillery pieces as well. I'm hoping that these ones bump into any AMXs that are in the tree line here, that like the one that shot my recon, but I'm not sure they're actually going to still be there.
Potřebujete naší munici?
I got the OTs on the way. Good, we're going to move these after they fire. Let the cannon battery do its thing. Oh, we did find one, nice. Oh, we also found a leader. Very cool. Oh, okay. Big group of units coming over the right side there. That's very awkward. Let's move all my artillery over to the right. How did I manage to go all the way past those? With all my infantry. Incredible. Well, this is a job for the T-55s at close range, but also probably some BMPs. Oh, I've kicked the bear there.
Pánové, dáme si teď jednoho panáka a druhý bude, až vyhrajem.
Knife fighting with T-55s against AMXs. Come around the corner. Look at that. Very cool to see them like engaging in the town. I think my T-55 just missed. Or it hit and did no damage. Yeah, we just missed again. That's why I don't like relying on T-55s. Yeah. They're actually gonna find and kill my leader, maybe. Oh wow, how can they see that deep? The elevation there is not helping. Big old flank coming in. How did that not aim first? Insane. Alright, we're still popping tanks, it's good. These guys have run out of ammo though. Crazy. That was a bloodbath, wasn't it? No one popped its top. Alright, well, 31 more kills to go. We can get the Dana's pack to work. Let's just spread them out a bit more again.
Pánové, dáme si teď jednoho panáka a druhý bude, až vyhraje. Ano, pane. Na první hodině nepřátelský voják 500 metrů. Zadejte nám souřadnice, soudruhu.
I will have 4 of them. One counter battery, and I'm just going to make these 9. these three has got killed again.
Připravte se na boj, pánové. Jděte a rozptylte se.
Počím jasně a zřetelně.
Len chtěl to dostat tě. Najdeme je a pak je zabijeme. Bože, s námi.
Do I reckon they're gonna be there again? Maybe.
Bez nás byste viděl hovnoso. Na dnešní odpoledne nemám nic jiného v plánu. Chcete, aby jsme vedli útok? Chcete, aby cíl zničený.
We did lose a lot of our transports, but it's not a massive deal. Been a fun little fight, honestly. And this is certainly making life a lot easier.
Připraven k palbě. Na první pojďme, dávejte si pozor na ty.
Soderos, there's quite a lot of them. Kind of outnumbered there, honestly.
Neberte si svoje saksáče, tady strážka.
Want to back off from that engagement. Or just lay down a wall of artillery behind them.
Ani nevíte, jak moc bych na první hodině nepřátelský voják 500 metrů. Potřebujete další oči, soudruhu? Pohněte sebou, postřílejte! Šiťte to do ní! Pojďme a zůstaňme potichu. Na první hodině nepřátelský nager se olova, parkante. Angerek,
Gonna need some more supply, I think.
máme jí!
They were nearly there in terms of kills.
Máte rozkazy?
Only a couple more to go. Ah, this throat's a missed. Looks. Are those Puskunetsi I committed before? These are gonna get smacked. Those tanks.
Ano, soudruhu. Já? Máme rozkazy, chlapi.
He's back for more. We missed again. Come on.
Kurva, dostal jsem to!
Come on, Strauze. I believe.
Nager se olova.
There you go.
Nepřátelský voják, zbraň připravena.
Hoping that this will be like the last kills that are done and it's firing away. Been very, very cool. Something must have come in the spawn. That's a major victory. 117 kills, 26 losses. Yeah, there's a lot of OT-64s we lost. There was like a Dana that we got kind of batteried. Yeah, not too bad. It was a solid hit for sure. And that's put a big dent in that unit. Especially considering it was like a fully replenished, no fatigue unit. And a lot of damage there. Okay, can we do damage again? Is the question. I don't know if we can. We still have the Strauzi, so makes me feel like actually we can. I could even bring up the Territorials as an auxiliary in this battle. So I think I'm going to do that. We're not going to use the artillery to engage anything else here. Like I'm not going to be arranged to engage this unit, for example. So I think we just bring them in for this again. That's going to be a total victory. So instead of playing the same battle again, I think I'm just going to auto-resolve it. Because it basically be exactly the same. I mean, the map might be a little bit different, I suppose. But we'll take them out. And unfortunately, just out of range to finish them off. Okay. Well, this unit can come this way with us. Let's just move the Territorials that way. And shift up the artillery here so it can be involved in these battles. Although we do have a nice situation today where we're going to potentially be able to use the T-72s to smash into the back of these chaps. Gonna be a pretty nasty fight because they already lost a lot of their AMX-30s in the previous battle that we had in the last episode. There is one unit here that has a lot of AMX-30s still, but the T-72 M1s are very sticky. Like, they're going to be really hard for them to kill. So I'm going to bring them in behind, and I'll just engage with one for the time being. We'll probably attack this unit first, and I'm going to bring up some infantry, of course. So I think this Motostrauki unit is probably okay. Just going to move up a little bit, and then we'll just shift them in there. Then we'll attack this unit. We can use another T-72 unit further down. I think that's what the plan is here. Artillery support, probably something I should bring. And air support we can't bring. It's the same map. Well, they do like this map. Let's tactical battle or jump on in. The trouble that with this map that I don't like is it has this, like, I guess, you know, they're pushing across the left side here in the forest, which is really difficult to, like, manage your losses in. Whilst you've got to, like, go quite deep into the map to even get a cap into center, so you're almost always behind unless you can full cap Boros. But this shouldn't take too long because it's only 60 morale that we have to take care of. That being said, it's all infantry, so we'll see. Let's bring in the T-72s. I'm going to go hard on these, and I'll bring in some leaders with those, although the leaders will get focused first, but I do want accuracy on these T-72s. It's going to be quite important. I will definitely need recon, so let's make sure we've got that in position. It's going to be a more, like, tanky push game we've seen previously. I may cover my flank with some machine guns and stuff, just in case. We'll bring in some machine guns here. Although that's likely going to actually be some tanks and stuff that break through there, like the remaining of their tanks, I mean. I think they have like one left, probably. Should have checked. It's okay. Right, we've got an artillery piece as well that we can use. Let's just get underway. Right, so these are all going to just push straight up the middle. And we'll micro those forwards through the trees with a little bit of recon behind. And try and get all the way to the center is basically what I'm going to try and do here. Our biggest threat's going to be ATGMs, so that's where the artillery comes in. We'll buy more as soon as we can. It's nice to see some, like, thick armor on the field in this campaign, to be honest. We've really been lacking the big toys. And whilst T-72 M1s aren't the biggest of toys, they are certainly a welcome addition. There's an Ito there. The nice thing in this situation is my recon can walk forwards, because they won't be shot at by tanks. So we're going to be able to scout for the tanks pretty well, I think. With infantry, at least. We're going to have to kind of rush down the Ito, I think. I didn't put any recon on the right either. Let's just keep an eye on this. Of course it's going to hit the leader first. Always the case. Bring up some T813s to the front. I'll make sure to bring in that recon for the right hand side. Perfect. Okay, recon can carry on. We'll make sure to take this tree line, bring that up with us as well. Until we get over the ridge with the recon, there's no point in me picking up the tanks, because I'll just be blind and get killed by these 80 gems. Thankfully, as you can see, Milans really aren't going to do much damage. I should probably bring in the rocket artillery as well. It'd be a very quick way of killing stuff. It's a threat. I'm killing quite a lot of units. We can somewhat force our attack though. Could have probably artied that. And the front armor does allow us to basically face tank a lot of their AT. The C90s might still hurt, so I will have to be careful about that. And the Melantes will definitely hurt. I would like to ask the C-72 why it's focusing infantry before the Milan, but we'll never know. Gonna keep these with me. That's on group 2. Artillery is coming in, so we'll hopefully help out a little bit here. A nice sweet shot onto one of those Milan squads would be great. There we go. Perfect. Just what the doctor ordered. We're going to try and move up so that we can engage this reinforcing road. I'll get this T813 to join them in that tree line before we go through that road. Alright, let's back them up, make sure they're topped up to full health, and onwards we go. Right, let's just unload them. Getting through the town's going to be a bit annoying, but I think we can somewhat face tank it. Now we got to the point where we're cutting off the left reinforcement. I won't have to be worried about the stuff coming in on my left flank so much. We'll get the second rocket launcher in. Artillery... It may be a good idea to put it on fire at will.
pripravený ťahať až na Paríž. Pohybujte sa, ale sledujte boky. Dobrá práca, strelec. Rozumím, soudruhu.
A beautiful field there for the T-72s bonking that convoy of M113s.
Trocha slivovice vám neuškodila, soudruhu. Je po něm. Zadejte nám soud. Můj tank je zničí. Trocha slivovice vám neuškodila, soudruhu. Dobrá práce, strelec. Pojďme a zůstaňme. Všem jednotkám, tady táta medvěd. Nepřítel spatřen. Dobrá práce, střelče.
I don't think I'm actually doing that much damage
Pálíme na vaše souradnice.
to this unit because I'm killing mostly their transports, right?
Doufám, že dobrá práce, střelče. Našli nás!
And rocket artillery coming in to help us cut down a lot of this infantry. Ooh. Nasty side shot there. Where did that come from? Right in that building. I have to smoke it with another T-72. Let's make sure that moves. We'll have artillery dropping on that shortly. They're firing. Look at the burning pile of M13s. So they're coming around the corner. La la la. Oh, what's this? Yep, you're joining them. Good kill. Okay, we'll bring these to the center. Oh, my supply got killed. And the Milan from behind. Trying to see if there's a good spot for me to put the rocket artillery again. Grenade launchers are taking out the units on the flanks, so that's nice. And that's going to be the last kill. Beautiful. Alright, 60 kills, 0 losses. A perfect battle. Hasn't been a while. Has been a while since I got one of those actually. There you go. 10 minutes 37 seconds. I guess the. Wait, didn't I lose a truck? Huh. Guess it didn't count. Well, T-72 is going absolutely wild. You love to see it. And we did kill a lot of Milans, so that's nice. These Milans getting taken out means that future armoured attacks will be very effective. I can move them out the way so that we can bring in another attack here, which is probably exactly what I'm going to do. The trouble is, this is going to be the only attack I can make from now on, because they will use up 4 action points and then they won't be able to move. At least this one can move afterwards. So we've got to choose accordingly, and I'm probably going to be... like, I want to hit this one, really, because they've got the MX-30s in there, but I don't think I can get in range of them with serious armour. So that's going to be a bit of a difficult battle, but I can hit this unit, so that's probably going to be the next attack. But unfortunately, guys, it has been my time. So I'm going to leave it here. Next time around, we'll continue to try and clean up the Spanish forces and hopefully, finally, shut down this AA net so I can bring out all the aircraft again. Not that I'm probably going to need them, but it might be useful to wipe out some of these tanks. We'll see. That's all for now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.